so weird. YouTube is telling me it's like having issues, so I'm gonna be able to
That's okay. Welcome! Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to day, I guess, 0 of our Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. Good to see you all. Thanks for waking up bright and early with me, if you're in the Pacific time zone, I guess. I'm Kathleen. I'm going to be your host for the next 2 weeks as we work through all of these Photoshop Daily Creative Challenges. Yes, Tanya, good to see you here. Sam, hello. Yeah, Sean, of course I had to spin. Half a spin. Here we go. One more spin. Here we go. One full spin to start the day off right. But yeah, we're going to be working through some daily creative challenges over the next 2 weeks. And today's stream, I'm going to be here for about 20-25 minutes. We're just going to walk through what the challenge is, why you would join it, what you're going to get out of it, kind of give you an example of what we'll be doing for the next 2 weeks. And then I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the official day 1 challenge. Yes, spin, copyright. That is my copyright. I wish. That'd be amazing. So first, before we get started, let me know in the chat if this is your first time doing a daily creative challenge. I see a lot of people here that I know very well. I know it's not your first rodeo. It's not your first chair spin. So give me a shout out if you are new. We'd love to welcome you in. People are pretty nice in here, I like to think. So please feel comfortable. We're really glad to have you. A new set of daily creative challenges is your best gift for your birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Dorina. Very cool. All right, it is Bill's first time doing a daily creative challenge. Welcome, Bill. You're a brave soul. Thank you. You're especially brave for this challenge because we're gonna get a little spooky. It is spooky season and I am wearing my pumpkin shirt, so we can't resist. Adobe Live is excited. Welcome, Adobe Live, your first time. John, good to see you. Paco, don't worry, it's not gonna get too spooky. It might get a little spooky, but not too spooky. So it's only Bill's first time? No other first timers? Really? I don't believe it. If you're just lurking, just put a little 1 in the chat. That's all you have to do if it's your first time. Okay, so while you are doing that, let's start working into what the Daily Creative Challenge actually is. It's gonna be a really nice way, whoa. Did the room just shake? Excuse me? Yeah, Tanya, spooky is good. So the Daily Creative Challenge is a really good way for you to kind of dip a toe into the water of Photoshop if you're a beginner. All the challenges are going to be really beginner friendly, but if you are more confident in your skills or you want to try something a little more experimental, all of the challenges can also be taken to the next level and kind of taken in your own spin, in your own direction. Jorge, it is your second time here. Okay, cool. Thanks for coming back for the second time. That's great. Yeah, Dorina, this is going to be fun. Wyman, this is your first time. Welcome, Wyman. Yay, spooky Noor. That's awesome. Okay, so let me know in the chat. Are you a beginner? Are you more confident in your skills? I'd say I'm kind of in the middle, to be honest. I mean, you can never stop learning Photoshop. So to actually join the Daily Creative Challenge, you're just going to go to behance.net/Daily Creative Challenge. You can see that right there. And from here, you can choose what kind of challenge you want to take. So we usually have an XD challenge and a Photoshop challenge running about at the same time. You could take part in both if you're feeling really feisty and excited. We're just going to be working on the Photoshop during this challenge, though, and we'll talk about the schedule later in the stream for the XD challenge too. Okay, so we're gonna click on the big blue beautiful button and notice that I am logged in to Behance. So it will know when I come back that I am registered for the challenge. Ooh, Isaac, you're a beginner? Cool, thanks for coming. Ken says, I've been here for all of the challenges since March, definitely upped my game through them. Oh, yes, big muscles, big Photoshop muscles. Jesse says, I'm confident, yet I can always learn more. There you go, Jesse. Very cool. Alrighty, so once we have chosen Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge, it takes us to the challenge kind of landing page. If you want to come directly here, it's going to be behance.net/challenge/Photoshop. Pretty easy to remember. And this is where all of your information is going to live. So Daily Creative Challenge, build your Photoshop skills in just 9 challenges, very cool. And then this challenge is running from October 14th to October 25th. So it's gonna go all the way through this week and then all the way through next week, Monday through Friday. I will be here with you, battling it out in Photoshop. All right, so first thing we're gonna wanna do is we are gonna want to register so that we get our challenges every day. So let's click our button. It says, "Hi Kathleen, take the challenge." Click in it, and that's it. I'm registered. It is that easy. This is a nice little blurb about it. Welcome to a growing community of motivated individuals, that's you, who will support and inspire you along your journey. Okay, so if you click join us, that's gonna take us into Discord, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So I'm just gonna click out of here real quick. And let me know if you have any questions. We've got a lot of awesome people in the chat that can help. We've got Sam Peterson, awesome, amazing digital artist. We've got other moderators too that are pretty cool, I guess, hanging out. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in there. So how does this work? Each day you're going to receive a challenge. Either you're going to get notified through CC or through Behance or through email, but you can always come here and see what your challenge is going to be. So all of the challenges are going to get unlocked every day in the morning. So October 15th, that's tomorrow. This will be unlocked a little while before the stream. Who knows what it's going to be? Very exciting. And then the next day, the next challenge will unlock. If you want an example of previous challenges, if you're not sure if you want to jump in yet, you can scroll all the way down to the bottom. And we have our past challenges here. So here are some of like the topics that we've covered in the past with different hosts. We just had Voodoo Val, I think. We've had Jesus Ramirez, we've had Claudie. It's been very awesome. So like create an illustration, retouch a portrait, embellish text. We kind of touch on all aspects of Photoshop, although I know Jesus has played with 3D a little bit, which is cool. So yeah, we really get in there. We're gonna be really focusing on text, image editing, retouching, those kind of things in this challenge. All right, let's go back to the top. The second thing you're gonna wanna do is to join community chat. So if you are chatting in, who remembers floppy disks? If you're chatting in the chat right now on Behance, you are one step into using community chat, so thanks for being here. But if you want to chat with the community while we are not actually live streaming, you can easily do that by clicking on community chat, and that will take you to a download page or a login page for Discord. So this is the Photoshop Discord. And if you have never tried Discord before, basically it's a beautiful community of people who are chatting 24/7, giving answers about digital design, sharing their challenges. It's all very cool. So I know this looks a little bit intimidating, but don't worry, it's pretty simple once you get in here. Once you launch Discord, on the left, you will see the Adobe Photoshop icon. This is the server that we're all gonna be hanging out in. So when you click into it, you'll see all of these channels here on the left side. And all of these have a different purpose. But if you click on welcome, there's a really nice little overview of kind of, the information that you'll need. So kind of the overview of the DCC, you'll improve your Photoshop skills in just 9 challenges, the time of the live stream. So you can always come back here if you get lost in Discord. Don't fret. All right, you can also come down here and check out what all of the different channels do. So we're in welcome right now. We've got Creative Challenge, so that's when all of the challenges are going to be announced. You can also just come to Discord to find out what the challenges are going to be. So that's another way. You can go to General, stay up to date with announcements, pro tips, a place where the mentors and Adobe folks can share juicy pro tips. Tim Mobest is always sharing awesome stuff in there. Introductions, which we are going to go to right now. Introduce yourself and build a community. So let's click on that. I could also get here by coming over to the left and finding introductions right here and clicking on it. All right, and now I'm in here. See how many people are in here introducing themselves? Feel free to say your name, what you like to do creatively. Are you a graphic designer, a photographer? What's up, Alberto? Good to see you. So I'm gonna say, hi, I'm Kathleen. And I'm a, how would you describe me? designer, illustrator, live host, verified pumpkin on Adobe Live. Thanks for being here. So you can do something like that. Just tell us about who you are, and this is how you can start making friends. So speaking of friends, if you come over here on the right, you can see everybody who's online and hanging out right now. If you don't see this, come up here to the top. There's a little icon with 2 figures, and it says member list, and you can click that on and off to toggle this on and off. All right, so it's on, and we can see that Tim's hanging out in here. What's up, Tim? We've got Chad, Gus. Very, very cool. We've also got some moderators, and then you can see so many friends hanging out. It's very cool. Make sure to remember that you can always ask the mentors and the Adobe people questions if you have them. And you can also just come over here to ask a question and ask them in here. So if you're having a question about Photoshop or the current challenge, you can post them in here. And if you just want to chat, then you can just come to general, which I can't find right now. Maybe it's just called chat. Yeah, there we go. And you can just talk about whatever you want. You liking any video games? Did you see a cool movie over the weekend? Etc., etc. All right, so is everyone good on Discord? Does it make sense? Don't be scared. If you have questions, feel free to ask in the chat. What's up, Voldaire? Good to see you. I see you over here and the moderators as well. Yeah, Tim and Sam are super helpful. I agree. Maybe too helpful. They might be too overpowered. Must nerf Tim and Sam. Okay, so we've joined community chat. We have registered for our challenge. So what's next? Well, you watch the daily live show, which is happening right now. I know that this kind of day 0 live show where we're not actually working through a challenge is a little bit confusing because you're like, wait, where's the challenge? What's going on? But I promise tomorrow on Tuesday at 9 a.m. we're going to jump into challenge number 1. And I'm wondering if you have any ideas about what these challenges are going to be. I like to kind of do a theme for all of my challenges, so I'll unveil the theme at the end of this stream. It's good to see you too, Voldaire. Nor says, I just saw Endgame. That's the cool weekend they saw over the weekend. Very cool. Jonah says, sorry, I was driving when the stream started. This is my first time taking the challenge. Yes! Yes, I hope you're not driving anymore. Thanks for being here. Good to have you. Jesse says, what do the karma points do? Oh, so you can get the points, the creative karma for helping people out. It's really just a way of showing that you are a strong member of the community. So I'll tell you a little bit more about that. If you go into Discord and we jump into feedback for the current challenge, if you give good feedback and someone thanks you for it, you get a little bit of creative karma, and then you just get to level up through the ranks of the community. It's very cool. Some people have a lot of points. It's very impressive. I need to get some more, I think. And this is actually cool. You can see a little bit of a preview of what people have been posting for the previous challenges. Israel, I think I'm in the right place. Yes, you are. Thanks for being here. Welcome, newcomers. Take a seat and sit down. Thank you, Noor. Very helpful. Hello, everybody. Hello. Good to see you. All right, so we have our daily live show, like I said, starts at 9 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday, with moi as your host. And then finally, after you watch the live stream, you work on your project, you are going to share your work and get feedback from your mentors and other participants. Because I think getting feedback and critiquing others' works and getting critiqued yourself is a really important part to growing as a designer. So you might make something and you think it's awesome, but you have a couple of little questions, maybe questions about the color scheme or the composition, what have you. Make sure that you come over to Discord and in the feedback channel, click current challenge, and you're going to post your work here. And you can ask, hey, what do you think about the colors in here? And you can get lots of feedback, you can get lots of ideas. And then once you are actually implementing those ideas and you feel good about your work, we're then going to post it onto Behance so that by the end of this, we're going to have a beautiful portfolio piece at the end of the 2 weeks. Ooh, somebody has spooky things going on already. What's up, D? So just as an overview, you're going to get your challenge, you're going to get onto Discord, Every day you can watch the stream to watch me walk through the day's challenge, and then you're gonna share your work for feedback and then post it on Behance. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna show you an example of doing that right now because we have a little bit of time left. Nora says, thanks to the community, you made your logo. Oh, awesome. So Nora, did you post your work and get feedback, and then you got feedback and you're able to make your logo better? Very nice. Jonas, it is Pacific time, 9 a.m. That is when the stream will start. A little sippy before we start. So let me take you through opening Photoshop, making a file, and then uploading it to Behance onto your portfolio in case you've never done it before. Who knows, maybe some people who are joining have never used Photoshop before. That is totally fair. When you open Photoshop for the first time, you'll see something like this. We're gonna come over here to the left and click Create New. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm just gonna show you an example of making a cover image for your portfolio. So I know on Behance, the cover image smallest dimensions are 808 by 632. You could do it 900 by 700. That would work too if you want to keep it nice and round. But you can change your width and height here. Change your resolution if you'd like to. I'll just keep it at 300. And click Create. And now we are in our canvas. So this is the Photoshop Workspace. On the left, we have our tools. This is the toolbar. We're going to use a lot of these over the next 2 weeks. Up here, you have your control bar. So notice how it changes when I click onto different tools. This is basically the toolbar for the tool that you're using. So if I'm using the selection tool, then I have a selection specific options up here. On the right over here, we have our panels. So we've got our colors, we have some properties or adjustments, and our layers. Layers are so important in Photoshop. Very, very important. But today I'm just going to start off by making one fill layer by clicking this icon down here. I'm going to click solid color. I'm going to choose black. And boom, we have a black background. You can always come in here and change the colors by double clicking this color swatch and change colors on the fly like that. It's super awesome to be able to move quickly. All right, and I'm just gonna add some really simple text. You can tap the T button to use the tool, the text tool, or you can come over here and find the T, that is the text tool. And I'm just gonna click, and it's gonna fill in some auto text. I'm gonna type Photoshop. Let's use this move tool to move this over into the center. Photoshop DCC, you can come up here to change the colors. And again, I'm just showing you really quickly how you might make a file in Photoshop and then save it out and upload it onto Behance. Ooh, I like that. Kind of vibrates a little bit. Pamela says, my first challenge was the last time Kathleen was on and I learned so much. Oh, I'm so glad, Pamela. I know I haven't been around for a while. I took a little bit of a break and let myself rethink and get some more ideas. I'm very excited to be back. All right. So this is where you might have the title or the topic of your challenge. Like I said, I like to do some themes for my challenges. Any ideas what it's going to be? Well, if you know me personally, then you would know that I'm a big Stephen King fan. I like to read a lot of scary books. And something that I like maybe even more than reading is looking at the cool book cover designs and book jacket designs. So I thought it would be awesome for the next 2 weeks if every day we redesigned a different book cover. Well, what do you think? Doesn't really matter because that's what we're doing. I'm going to be focusing specifically on spooky books, scary books. I've read entirely too many Stephen King books, but they're not all going to be Stephen King. We're going to have some classics in there as well. But you could do whatever book you want. Doesn't need to be spooky if that's not your thing. But that is what I'm going to be covering. So, book, cover, redesign. Get some hierarchy going on in here. Maybe make this size 12. highlight it first, of course. Boom. And now I'm just going to move these around a little bit. Maybe increase the size a bit. This is 100% just a temporary cover image that I'm going to be using. This was quick, it's nothing really special. By the end of the 2-week challenges, we can make something a lot cooler than this. But for now, let's go up to File, Save As. In my day 0 file or folder, we're going to say Starter, Cover Image. I highly recommend staying a little organized while you're working on these challenges because you'll be doing a new one every day. They can get a little bit jumbled. Oh, thank you, Voodoo Val. Appreciate it. All right, so if you are new to Behance, I will show you quickly how to make a project. We're going to click Create a Project up here at the top. Make sure you're logged in first. When we do that, we're going to open our project editor, and this is where every day we are going to be uploading our final designs after we share it with the community in Discord, get some feedback, make any final tweaks. This is where you're going to put your final polished piece. You could put works in progress up in here, but it's better to do it in Discord where you can get the good feedback, and then this is where you might showcase it for future employers or just have it as part of your portfolio. Okay, so we're going to update or upload our file. Let me navigate there real quick. Here we go. This will be the top of our project. Just looking at this, I'm like, oh, it's going to be so much cooler by the end of the next 2 weeks. We're going to learn so much. We're going to be able to polish this up. It's going to be great. Okay, so you can save that, and let's continue on to our cover image, which is what we just made. So when we go to our actual portfolio, this is the image that will show up as the cover. We can title it whatever we want, but I'm going to do Photoshop DCC book cover redesign. Crop and continue. Now this is super duper important and maybe the whole reason that I just walked through all of this. In the project settings, we're going to need to pick a couple creative fields. It's required. So you could say this is for, let's see, graphic design and illustration. We'll say those are the 2 creative fields. But in discoverability, which is this third little tab over here, you can add a project description. But the most important thing we're going to do is in the keywords add PS Daily Challenge. And that is our keyword. That's our hashtag. That is going to allow people to find our work. Awesome. So I think I went over everything. Let's check out our project super quickly. Oh, it's still in my drafts. We'll check it out tomorrow. But before we go, I want to let you know that we have a whole day of Adobe Live coming up after me. We've got Photoshop streams, XD streams. Yes, much goodness happening. After me, it's going to be digital imaging, followed by the XD Daily Creative Challenge. Remember I mentioned that with Peter Del Tondo at 11:30, then finishing up the day with more XD goodness. So come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I will be here. We're going to be doing day 1's challenge of book cover redesigns, spooky edition. Bye, everybody.